Hey y'all, I am about to make dinner, and while I'm making dinner, I wanted to hop on here and talk to y'all about how I grew my hair from 1 inch to tailbone length. So for people who don't know, and eventually I'll upload a video about this, but when I first went natural, I cut all of my hair off. Like literally, I cut all of my hair off with the exception of like one little bitty inch of hair. Like I had gotten my last relaxer 3 months prior, and then I came, and then right after I got that relaxer, I was like, okay, I don't want to do this again. I'm going to cut my hair. I'm going to go natural. And so I waited 3 months because I didn't want to be all the way bald. I didn't want to be all the way bald when I went natural. And so I waited 3 months before cutting my hair. And, but in that time, I learned a lot about my hair. I like trained my mind, which I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about today because that's part of the mindset. And what I did to grow my natural hair is how I prepared to go natural. But yeah, then 3 months later, I chopped it all off, and then I was able to grow it to tailbone length. So literally, you can kind of see, I'm going to show y'all some pictures eventually, but my hair literally went down to here. I recently cut it, so it's about right here right now. I want to grow it back, and I want to grow it back like way longer. But also, while y'all are on here, if you have any questions, I will also be answering those as I'm telling my story. So there's 5 main components to my hair growth journey and how I grew my hair. Those components were my mindset, so how I looked at my natural hair and how I thought about it, how I approached it. I have notes here. My eating shifted, which I'm actually about to be making my dinner. I'm 5'7". That's a great question. How tall am I? I'm 5'7". So my mindset, my eating shifts, and I stayed active. I did low manipulation styles, and I was consistent. So, hey! So I'm going to go into all those things and how they contributed to me growing my natural hair. So for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Dasha. I'm also known as the hair doula, and I'm super excited to be here with y'all today. I'm going to be making a kale salad. I don't eat salads every day, all day. I'm going to go into that in the second one. So the first thing I want to talk to y'all about in terms of hair growth is the mindset behind hair growth. Now, if y'all were like me, you probably didn't even know what your natural hair looked like. Like, I started getting my hair straightened and started getting relaxers when I was like, I really want to say, definitely when I was single digits, like when I was young. And so I remember when I was about to go natural, I was so scared because I was like, I literally don't know what is about to be growing out of my head. Like, I have no clue what my curl pattern is. What if I don't like it? Like, what if it's this? What if I don't know what to do with it? Like, I just wasn't really sure how to go about everything. And so when I decided to go natural, I made a commitment to myself that I was going to love whatever came out of my head. The reality, though, is that we are bombarded with images of what is beautiful. And oftentimes there's this idea of what good hair is. And so I didn't want to just love that stereotypical, to me now, good hair is healthy hair. But back then, there was and there still is, an idea of what good hair is. You know, it's the kind of hair that you will always see in the commercials and what's kind of commercially acceptable. And so I had to figure out how to train myself to love different types of hair. So literally what I did, I started a Pinterest board. I unfollowed a bunch of stuff on Instagram, first of all. I was like, if it's not something that's supporting this journey that I'm on, if it's not something that's going to feed my mind, then I'm going to cut it off. And then I started a Pinterest board, and I would just pin all kinds of beautiful Black women with kinky, curly, natural hair of all types. And since my hair was about to be short, most of what I pinned was of women with short hair. I also did some women with long hair, but I was very intentional about making sure that I was pinning women with short hair. And what this helped me to do, because I kind of like obsessively did this for about 3 months, not gonna lie. I was like super researching everything and super obsessed for like 3 months. What this did for me is it trained me to see how beautiful natural hair can be in all of its forms and the different things that it can do and what it looks like on different people and how people style their outfits and stuff with it. Like, I was just able to see so many beautiful women with beautiful hair just like rocking it, like looking gorgeous. And once you start seeing that and start seeing in other people like, oh, like natural hair is really beautiful, I feel like it makes it easier for you to accept yourself and your own natural hair and understand like, oh, my hair is beautiful. Like, and you start maybe seeing people like, oh, wow, her hair is really similar to mine. Like, I've never thought about doing my hair that way. That's so pretty. Or, wow, she wears her hair froed out. I've never really tried wearing my hair like that. I usually try to wear it this way, but I really like that. Like, it gives you ideas and it inspires you and it just reminds you that there's so many different types of beauty in the world. So that's the first thing that I did to prep for my natural hair and to prep for growing my natural hair. And also just a little bit of background around why I even wanted to grow my natural hair. I grew up my whole life believing that Black girls couldn't grow hair, like long hair. That's just what I thought. I thought that Black girls couldn't grow long hair. And so, you know, my hair was always, you know, a little bit below shoulder length. And I thought that that was as long as it could get. So when I decided to grow my hair out, my only goal was to see how long I could get my hair. I was like, I don't know how long it can get. Like, maybe I can get it longer than what it was before. I don't know. But I definitely did not expect it to be like down my back to my tailbone. So that was a pleasant surprise. But yeah, I wanted to love my hair and I wanted to see how long it could get. So for new people, I'm talking about how I grew my hair from 1 inch to waist length. And we've already covered mindset. And the next thing that I did was I shifted my eating. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I did shift my eating, the reason that I shifted it was not for my hair. The reason I shifted it was because I was in college and I had been like chowing down at the dining hall and my face was looking a little chubby and I didn't want to cut all my hair off and have like my chubby cheeks and my skin was breaking out because I wasn't eating well. So I changed my eating habits. And I actually became a vegetarian in college. And I wouldn't say I'm open to all eating preferences. I eat mostly vegan now, but I wouldn't say the fact that I was a vegetarian in and of itself is what helped my hair grow. But I was eating a lot more foods because I wasn't eating meat. I was eating a lot of the other foods that help to nourish your hair. Your hair follicles, your body and your hair follicles. So when you think about hair growth, your hair is growing from your scalp and it is dependent upon the nutrients, even how your hair is formed is dependent upon the nutrients that your scalp is being supplied with. And so if you are eating foods that are unhealthy, then that's the food that your hair is being made with. If you're eating foods that are healthy and that help to support hair growth, then those are the foods that your hair is being made with. And so we want to make sure that we're eating really nutrient-rich foods if we are really working on hair growth. It's going to help, one, yes, with the growth, and to optimize your growth. It's not necessarily going to make it grow faster, but it's going to make sure that it's growing as fast as your hair has the capability to grow. And then it's also going to make sure that the hair strands themselves are strong. Like, you can go to a specialist and they can tell you about your health over your lifespan or over, you know, however many period of years just by looking at a strand of your hair, because what you eat affects what your hair strands are made out of. So strong hair starts with a healthy diet. And so I ate a lot more greens, a lot more nuts and seeds, sweet potatoes, a lot more legumes like beans. I used to eat a black bean burger. Okay, black bean burgers were my jam. They were my jam. Wow. I used to eat a lot more like quinoa, healthy grains. So that's the next really big shift that I made was I changed my diet. And I didn't know it at the time, but it definitely impacted the health and growth of my hair. Now, staying kind of in that same vein of thinking about nutrients being supplied to your scalp, working out and staying active is the next thing that I did for my hair growth. So in college, I was an athlete. I was a competitive cheerleader my freshman year. And then I also used to walk to class. We had a really big campus. There were buses on campus, but I used to prefer to walk. So I used to walk to class. So I was getting my blood pumping. I was getting my blood pumping. My blood was circulating. And it takes all of those yummy, great nutrients that you have put into your body, and it circulates it to your scalp as well as other places. So if you ever seen the women who will like massage their scalps and massage it upside down to get the blood going to their scalp, is because they're working to get the blood flowing to their scalp, because your blood is what carries the nutrients. And so when you're working out and you're staying active and you're getting your heart rate up, even if it's just a brisk walk, then that's going to help get the blood circulating to your scalp, which is going to help all those nutrients that you've put into your body get to your hair follicles, which is where your hair grows. So working out and eating healthy definitely contributes to strong, healthy hair. And strong, healthy hair is able to resist things like breakage and wear and tear, which means it'll be able to grow longer because you will retain length. It'll be longer because you'll retain length. And that's really what growing hair is about. It's about retaining length, which brings me to my fourth thing that I did to grow my hair to tailbone length from 1 inch. And that is low manipulation hairstyles. And low manipulation hairstyles are not the same as protective styles. Protective styles they can be considered low manipulation, but I didn't do, I never put any added hair into my hairstyles. I did wear twists. I did wear braids. I did wear different kind of intricate, like flat twists. I did all kinds of intricate styles like that. I kept my hair off of, my shoulders. I didn't want it rubbing there. I was very intentional about wrapping it up. The less that you can manipulate your hair while making sure that it is moisturized, the better. Because literally, your hair only has so many tugs. Even when you're being super gentle with it, even when you're taking all the precautions, even when you got all the conditioner and the best detangling brush, your hair has a finite number of tugs before it breaks. I know, I am almost at 1K. I'm so excited. And also for anyone who's entered, if you have a question, feel free, because I'm doing kind of a story time, but I'm also happy to answer questions. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So your hair has a finite amount of tugs, essentially. If you take one hair and you tug it that number of times, then it's going to break. It's just inevitable, because that's how our hair is. The wear and tear just happens. So the less that you wear and tear on your hair, again, the longer you will retain that length. And so as your hair is growing, it's going to get longer because you're growing your hair from your scalp and you're retaining the length at the ends. And that is a recipe for long hair. Grow and maintain. Grow, maintain. Just remember those two. You got to grow it and you got to maintain it. So the growing is just going to happen really on its own. There are some things that you can do to make sure it's growing well, it's growing healthy. The maintaining is really where you want to focus. So low manipulation hairstyles are super, super important. Wash and goes, believe it or not, are low manipulation hairstyles. Anything that require, once you learn how to master it, anything that doesn't require you to touch your hair throughout the week is a low manipulation hairstyle, even if you're wearing it out, which honestly blows my mind sometimes because I didn't have that understanding, but I also didn't know how to do wash and goes properly. So that's like a whole other situation. But Twists can be low manipulation. Braids, low manipulation. Something else you want to be cognizant of when you're doing low manipulation styles is that you're not tugging at your edges. Because we're not trying to get traction alopecia out here. Okay, we're not trying to get these edges snatched, okay? Look, they there. They might look a little crazy, but they there, though. I want to keep them there. So make sure that when you're doing these low manipulation styles that you're not snatching your edges. Like, you can get a sleek look without the snatched edges. I don't even lay my edges no more unless it's like something super, super special. Something super special, y'all. Something super special going on. Okay, so just to recap the first 4 things that we've gone over in terms of what I did to grow my hair from 1 inch to waist length. 1, mindset. I made sure that I loved my natural hair, and I made sure that I was equipped with the information that I needed to grow it. 2, I shifted my eating. I ate more healthy fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, sweet potatoes. I have a video on my YouTube channel about specific foods that promote hair growth. So feel free to scroll, check it out, see what's going on there. There's some great information in there. I think I also have one about working out with natural hair, but I think it's just about how to maintain your hair while you're working out, not so much about how working out helps you grow your natural hair. So maybe I'll make a video on that if I haven't already. So 1, mindset. 2, eating shift. 3, staying active and working out. 4, low manipulation hairstyles. And the 5th thing that I did, 5th and final thing that thank you. I've been all over today, so this puff been through some things. The 5th and final thing, I'll say final for today at least. The 5th and final thing that I did to grow my hair from 1 inch to tailbone length is I stayed consistent. And consistent looks different for everybody. I will say that. For me, consistent was I wash my hair every week or every 2 weeks. That was what was consistent for me. Every week or every 2 weeks. What I would usually do is I would do a little style that would last me for like a week, maybe say twists. I would twist my hair up and I would wear those twists for a week, like, hey, just rocking my twists, you know, cute wearable twists. And then the next week, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh, I appreciate y'all so much. So I would rock my twist for 1 week, and then the next week, I would unravel my twist and rock the twist out for a week. And then I would wash it. And I would just repeat that again. I would wear my twist for a week and rock my twists. And then the second week, I would untwist my hair and I would just rock my twist out. And so that's how I really, I just kept doing that. That was kind of my routine. But when my hair was really short, I really didn't do nothing to it, y'all. Like when it was in that weird, awkward phase, I might just tuck it behind a headband or something, make it look cute, but I just left it alone, which again, low manipulation. When your hair is really short, honestly, I feel like the less you do to it, the better, because I feel like it paid off in the long run, because again, that was less wear and tear that my hair had. So that is what I have for y'all today. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll hang out for a little while. There's a couple people on here. Thank y'all so much for joining me. It makes me so happy to see y'all's comments and to see your profile pictures and get your questions or whatever as well. So I'm literally about to make this salad. If anybody has been to Atlanta, or lives in Atlanta, you need to go to Tassili's Raw Reality, okay? And you need to get you a kale wrap because they're delicious. That's what this salad that I'm about to make is based off of. If you're a person who feels like you don't like salad, I've been there. I am you and you are me. But until you season some salad like you season the food that you cook, you ain't had a salad for real. You haven't had a salad for real. These salads are so good. They're the kind of salads that you crave. Anyways, does anyone have any questions? Any questions about hair growth? Any questions about hair in general? Any questions about me in general? do you do protein masks? That's a great question. I do not do protein masks. I'm gonna be real with you. Those scare me. And those scare me because I've seen them go really wrong with people. Like really wrong. The most that I will do, the most that I have done is like a strengthening deep conditioner. But I never go stronger than a strengthening deep conditioner. And for the first portion of my natural hair journey, I didn't partner with a natural hairstylist, but now I go to a natural hairstylist, and she would let me know if I needed something like a protein treatment. And she has not suggested one to me thus far, and I've been going to her for like 8 months now or something. Like 8 months. She hasn't suggested it. But if I did, and I don't know, is Olaplex, is that a protein? Is that a protein treatment? Because I've heard some really great things about Olaplex. That is something that I might explore with my hairstylist. I ain't about to do it by myself at home. I'm gonna have a professional do it. Y'all, I can't play no games with my hair no more. I'm scared. I'm scared now. I just like searched real hard. Like, y'all, I searched so hard to find an expert in natural hair. Like, y'all don't understand the amount. I had interviews with hair, literal interviews. I have to talk about this. I'll have to make a video on this. I had literal interviews with people who specialized in natural hair in order to find my natural hairstylist, because I have literal horror stories, and I couldn't go through that again. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And during my first appointment with my current hairstylist, I probably got on her nerves because I was asking so many questions like, why are you doing that? Shouldn't you be doing this? Well, what about that? I was like, I'm not about to sit silent in nobody's chair no more while they jacking me up. I'm going to ask all the questions. Okay. Anyways, so no, I don't really do protein treatments. Do you do Ayurveda hair treatments? So I actually have done like different Ayurvedic hair treatments before. Do I have something on my tube? I think I do. It'll go down. Anyways, I have before. I'm working on doing more research right now on whether or not they really work. And if they do, which I feel like there are some things that do, I feel like there definitely are Ayurvedic treatments that work. I would infuse them into like a tea as opposed to oils, because oftentimes they're infused into oils. I have used fenugreek. Oftentimes when things are infused in, oftentimes we're told to infuse things into oils, but any Ayurvedic treatments that I use, I would like put it into a tea or something. Or if I did put it into an oil, I might do like, on the days where I'm using like a clarifying shampoo, I might like massage it into my hair the night before and then like shampoo it out of my hair the next day when I do my shampoo. Because there's no need, like when it comes to oils and butters, y'all, and I think there's a lot of confusion about this, even with my video. And I'm sure I haven't gone back to watch the video over, but I'm sure I could have done a better job explaining this, but I'm not perfect. That's just the reality. I'm not a perfect person. I never will be. I'm not aiming to be. Hallelujah. Because at one time I was, and wasn't fun. But I'm not a perfect person. So there's definitely some things I'm sure I could have explained better. But when it comes to oils and butters on your hair and on your scalp, you want to think about your scalp like you do your skin on your face, right? The main difference is we don't wash our scalp as often as we wash our face. We usually wash our face once or twice a day. Our scalp gets washed, for some people, once a month, okay? So when we think about what we would put on our scalp in terms of oils and butters, think about what you would put on your face in terms of oils and butters. Oftentimes on your face, you don't want to use too many heavy creams or heavy oils or things like that because it will clog your pores. And what can happen with our hair and with our scalps, especially because unlike our face, we're not washing our scalps every day. We don't wash them every day. So what can happen with your pores on your scalp and with your hair follicles on your scalp is you're putting these heavy oils and butters on them, and then they clog your pores. So think of this as your hair follicle that your like hair is growing out of, right? Your hair grows out of this hole. Well, if this hole is clogged, oh, let's think of it this is where your hair grows from, okay? This is your hair follicle, and this is where your hair grows from. And let's say you're using a butter on your scalp, or you're greasing your scalp, right? Like I used to grease my scalp. I used to get my scalp scratched, and I used to get greased, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt good. And it's a ritual. It's something that's like really part of our culture. It is. It's something that, you know, I grew up having my mom do it, and my mom's mom did it with her, and she also did it on her mom. It's just a thing that we've done in our culture. And there's reasons that we did it. It was, one, we didn't have the same products available to us. And two, it helped with the conditions that we were living in, especially during certain time periods. I'll get into that in another time. But so imagine this is your hair follicle, right? I know, Trina, a lot of people are coming. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. But imagine this is your hair follicle, and your hair grows out of this. Well, let's say you grease your scalp, right? Well, you just greased your scalp, and it covered up your hair follicle part of the way. Your hair follicle that your hair is growing out of. So now instead of your hair growing this big and this thick, instead of each hair strand growing this thick, it's just going to grow as thick as this half that it can get out of. It's going to squeeze itself through here, and it's going to be thinner when it's growing out because you have grease on your scalp that's clogging your hair follicle. And so that's why you have, I'm not saying oils and butters, they're so bad. Raw oils and raw butters are not ideal, and they're really almost never ideal on your scalp. And if you do oils on your scalp, you want it to be as light as an oil that you would put on your face. Again, remembering that you don't wash your scalp every day the same way you wash your hair every day. So while oils and butters, they make your hair feel more manageable. They make it feel more soft. They make it easier to glide through when you're combing, right? While they do those things, they can also cause damage in other ways by keeping moisture out from the cortex of your hair. So your hair becomes more prone to breakage, or blocking your hair follicle. So your hair strands grow thinner, and then again, they're more prone to breakage. So in the short term, using butters and oils may be easier. And you may or may not see adverse effects. It depends on your head of hair. Some people's hair, they can dip their hair in some hot lava and they still gonna come out curls intact, hair popping, and they're gonna be good. But everybody is not that way. And there's my hair is very fragile. You're going to notice I do not straighten my hair. I do not put heat on my hair. The most heat that my hair will ever experience is the heat from my hooded hair dryer and the heat from the southern sun. I live in Alabama, and it gets hot here in the summer months, okay? That's the most heat my hair will ever experience, because if I straighten my hair once, it gets damaged. Because I have fine hair. I have a lot of hair, but it's very fine. So no, everything doesn't work for everybody. But the thing is that a lot of people who are sharing with you, like I had someone bring up Curly Proverbs. She's the kind of person, her hair gonna grow. It doesn't matter what she does. Her hair's gonna grow. It just is. It just is. She has different hair than a lot of people do. And that's okay. That's beautiful. But we just have to, I mean, who am I? Y'all don't have to listen to me. I'm just sharing my thoughts and things that I've learned the same way that other people are sharing their thoughts and things that they've learned. I'm just saying, if you've been doing something and it's not been working for you, then maybe it's time to try something different. And that's all I'm suggesting. I don't judge nobody, and I believe everybody can do whatever they want to do. For real. And I will be your amen choir while you doing that. I'll be like, go ahead, girl. You better use them oils and butters if you love them. Do what you love. It's your life. Live it. It's your life. Okay, let me see. So I did the protein. I talked about Ayurvedic hair treatments. How often do you get your hair trimmed? That's a good question. As necessary. So when I was earlier on in my natural hair journey, I maybe trimmed it twice a year. And now I trim it about twice a year. And really, it's not so much because I need trims. Right now, I get it trimmed just to shape it. So if you're not causing damage to your hair, you don't have to trim your hair. And I know, like when I was getting relaxers, I was taught that every 6 weeks you have to get a trim. And no, was it every 6 weeks? Every 6 to 8 weeks? Y'all, how often did we used to have to go and get did we used to have to go get relaxers? Was it every 6 to 8 weeks? I think so. And so I remember being told that I had to get my hair trimmed every 6 to 8 weeks. And I mean, you don't have to do that. With relaxed hair, you might have to do that because it breaks way easy. But with natural hair, no, just as needed, really. Let's see. Oh, Olaplex helps bonds, but not protein. But isn't that what protein treatments are for? Protein treatments are supposed to strengthen, because our hair is made of protein. So protein treatments are supposed to strengthen the bonds in your hair. I think Olaplex just does it in a more effective way. I think. I'm not the expert. I'm not the expert. Do you use heavy creams and or butters? Did I use? Yes. So I did use heavy creams and butters during my journey. I used to use like a shea butter whip. It was like shea butter, glycerin, and coconut oil. And I used to use that on my hair during the winter months when I was doing twists. Like when I was just wearing my hair in twists for 2 weeks. And when I was doing that, I was shampooing my hair every time I washed it, like with harsh shampoos. So my preference personally is to not use the oils and butters because there's lots of other things that I found that work just as good, if not better. And so here's something I always want to tell y'all. Well, first I'll finish saying my preference is not using those things and using other things that work better. And I will also say that during that time period when I was using oils and butters, I would notice, have y'all heard of mid-shaft splits? So you know how you have split ends, right? Your hair is like, ooh, I'm doing good. And then at the end, it's like, boop. Well, my hair was doing boop in the middle of my hair shaft. So like, you talk about trimming ends, but the middle of my hair shaft had splits in it. So it was like my hair was good, and then there'd be a bubble of a split, and then it was good, and then there would be like another bubble of a split. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand. I was like, I'm wearing protective styles and slow manipulation, and I'm moisturizing my hair, and I'm using my oils and my butters. What's going on? Why is my hair splitting in the middle of my hair shaft? It was honestly the most devastating thing, and it always happened. Like, I didn't know why. It just always happened. I had like a hair full of hair that was split in the middle of the hair shaft. And it was because my hair was dry. Like I didn't understand it at the time because that's not the information that I had been given. But my hair was dry because I was using that stuff and I wasn't properly hydrating it because I didn't know how to. And so I'm sitting here racking my brain like, yeah, my hair's so long or whatever, but it's not really healthy. Like, because if it was, it wouldn't be splitting in the middle of my hair shaft. So I did used to use butters and creams, but I don't use them anymore. And I'm not going to use them anymore. If I do use them, it will be very sparingly, the same way like if I use something like, I feel like I have something on my teeth and it's bothering me. And I feel like, for example, the other day I used Eco Styler gel. And I don't use Eco Styler gel. Recently I've used some Gorilla Snot gel. not Gorilla Glue, but the Gorilla Snot Gel, because I had it and because I was like, I'm gonna use it. I want to see if it works. Because every once in a while, I might have a photo shoot to where I need my curls to be a little bit more tame, to be a little bit more stiff, whatever, so it's not moving around too much. And so sometimes I experiment with other stuff as well, especially if I got it. Not because it's healthy, but because I want to see what it does. And so the same, I feel like with oils and butters, I feel like everything's a balance. And I talked about this in another one of my videos, but I eat a mostly plant-based diet. And sometimes I like to eat pizza. And sometimes I like to eat Oreos. And sometimes I like to eat ice cream. The majority of my diet, though, is full of healthy things that nourish my body. And I feel like our hair is the same way. Like, we deserve to do whatever we want with our hair. It's our own. Like, just do what is healthy for it the majority of the time, like what works and what's really good for it, even though it doesn't necessarily taste the best or it doesn't necessarily make you feel the best, whatever. Do what is most healthy for your hair the majority of the time, and then you can splurge on like random stuff like butters and oils because, you know, it feels good and it's shiny or whatever, especially as you're experimenting and figuring out what works for you. So I just say, you know, try it. And understand that rehydrating your hair doesn't happen overnight. And so it's kind of going to be a struggle at first. Just like changing your eating habits doesn't happen overnight. It's kind of going to be a struggle at first. Your taste buds have to change. You have to change the way that you grocery shop, the way that you eat at restaurants, what you order, how you socialize with your friends. Everything changes when you're making a healthy lifestyle change. And it's the same with your hair. Like, everything in your hair routine is going to shift if you do decide to listen to what I said. And again, if you don't, it's fine. All my videos are not going to be about whether or not to use oils and butters. Again, I'm just sharing information. But if you do decide to make that switch because you feel like, you know, it's something you want to try, or you feel like it's something that could work for you, it's going to be tough at first. It is. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's not. It's still tough for me sometimes. I'll be like, oh, Lord, I can't use what products no more? Okay, that's cool, I guess. I have a counter full of products that I'm about to chuck in the trash can because I just couldn't bring myself to go through them before and get rid of them. And I went through them the other day, and it kind of hurt my feelings. It kind of hurt my feelings, the things that I have to get rid of, but it's okay. But so yeah, it's gonna be tough because you're literally gonna have to unlearn and relearn everything that you've ever learned. But we're doing that all the time, especially in this age of the internets, because there's so much stuff that we hear all the time. Have you ever used moringa, shea butter, or flax seeds on your hair? Yes, shea butter, definitely. Moringa, I don't. Uh-oh, y'all, hold up. Let me get my charger. My battery's dying. I don't think I've used moringa. I drink moringa, like I put in my smoothies, and so my hair gets the benefit from it in that way. I put moringa powder in my smoothies, but I have not used it like directly on my hair. And that's the thing about a lot of those Ayurvedic herbs. If you actually eat them and drink them, they're going to be more beneficial for your hair than you putting it on your hair. Believe it or not, because that's where your hair gets nourished from. I'm telling y'all, inside out. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a weirdo. If y'all haven't been able to tell already from my videos. Okay, let's see. What else? I lost my place. Okay. Oh, and flax seeds. I have used flax seeds. I've made a flaxseed gel before. I want to try it again, though. I don't think when I made it, I needed to have made it thicker. Like, I need to make it thicker. That I approve of flaxseed gels. Oh, you know what happened? When I made the flaxseed gel, I put herbs in the water that I was boiling for the flaxseed gel, and that made it not as jelly. I should have put the herbs in later if I was going to put herbs in. Because it did something to where it interfered with how how mucusy it got. I know that's like a gross word, but that's what it is. It interfered with how mucusy it got. And I was just so upset. I was like, I'm not doing this again. And I haven't done it again ever since. But I want to. So maybe I'll do it and make a video on it. Flaxseed gel. And see how it works. I mean, that will mostly be for y'all because I'm the kind of person I'm going to just go buy something from the store that I know works as opposed to making it at home. But sometimes it's fun to make stuff at home, especially we cooped up in the house, minus whale. Have y'all seen those memes with the minus in the whale? Anyways, let's see. Do I use fenugreek? I don't use fenugreek on my hair so much anymore, but I eat it. I eat fenugreek. I got fenugreek powder and I got fenugreek seeds and I use it in my food. What are Ayurvedic hair treatments? That is a great question. So Ayurvedic hair treatments and I'm like Ayurveda, there's like a whole, let me look up. I want to look up the actual definition of Ayurveda. They're Ayurvedic hair treatments, so they're like herbs that have been traditionally used for certain things. And in this case, like hair care, hair growth and strengthening. But I want to literally define Ayurveda. Define Ayurvedic. It says relating to Ayurveda. Can you give me more, please? Define Ayurveda. Veda. The traditional Hindu system of medicine, which is based on the idea of balance in bodily systems and uses diet, herbal treatment, and yogic breathing. So that's what Ayurveda is. So we're really talking about the herbal treatments, and I would also say diet, because if you incorporate these herbs into your diet, make sure they're edible. I don't know if all of the Ayurvedic herbs that people talk about are edible, so make sure they're edible. But like moringa, edible. I think, things like garlic, onions. What brand of products do I use? So I'm not super brand loyal, but my favorite brands, as of my new natural hair life, are Innersense. I really like Innersense. The Dew, D-O-U-X, The Dew. Oh my gosh, I just bought something from them today. So one of my friends on Instagram told me about The Dew. And I'm not about The Dew, but about this one. So I had been using the Big Papa gel. She was like, girl, you gotta try Pop Lock. And I was walking in the grocery store today, and the Lord just said, go walk down the hair aisle. So I was like, sure, I'll go walk down the hair aisle. Sounds great. Because you never know what treasures you're going to find. And I saw this beauty perched up on the top shelf. I was like, oh. And so I'm excited. Expect to see this in a video very soon because the next wash day, I'm using this. I'm just go ahead and let y'all know. Would y'all be interested in seeing a live wash day? Like if I like literally this, except I'm in the shower washing my hair. Is that something that y'all would want to watch? Let me know. Let me know. How about Jamaican black castor oil? Same as other oils and butters. I'm going to come back with my hair count. Be right back. Okay. I'm sure you're back by now. Oh, both of y'all said, what about castor oil? Castor oil, I use castor oil mostly for my skin. When I oil cleanse, castor oil is really good for oil cleansing. FYI. That's what I recommend using it for, honestly. I like watching YouTubers that had short hair and grew it rather than YouTubers that already have long hair already, just my opinion. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too because it shows you that like it's possible. I'm going to put together a video for y'all that shows. If you go to my Instagram, literally right now, my Instagram is at the hair doula. I'm at the hair doula on everything. But if you go to my Instagram right now and you just like scroll, literally I have a picture of the very first day of my big chop. Like literally it was I got my big chop the night before, like late at night, and then the next morning I was in the mirror like with my phone. I had a Droid at the time with my phone, just like taking selfies, because that's what we did back in the day. If you do go to Instagram and check out that picture, literally leave a comment like, I'm here from your YouTube live, and I'm gonna follow you because y'all are the realest and I appreciate you being here. Okay, let's see what else. This is so fun for me. I love interacting with people. And I love meeting new people. This makes my heart so happy. Oh my gosh. Same, when I use it, my hair gets trashy. Oh, coconut oil. Yeah, because coconut oil is very protein rich. And again, keeps water from getting in there. I'm a chronic sufferer of, really? So you've been dealing with the mid-shift splits too. For years, I've chopped off so much of my hair because of this. I don't know what to do. Girl, stop using oils. If you've been using oils and butters, I'm trying to tell you, my hair is the healthiest it has ever been. I don't care what nobody says about what it looked like before. Right now, my hair is the healthiest it has ever been. And I'm just like, thank you. Oh, because there was so much struggle. And I don't even spend time on my hair like that no more. Like, for real. For me to hop in the shower and wash my hair real quick is like nothing to me, for real. Before, I used to have to give myself a pep talk before when I was about to hop in the shower. Like, I used to have to hype myself up. Like, hey, girl, you got this. It's okay. Like, you can just do it this one time, and then you're going to be good for a week, 2 weeks, and it'll be okay. We'll get through. Like, I used to have to give myself a pep talk because I dreaded wash day, for real. Like, really. I don't use gel. Trina, I didn't used to use gel either. I thought gel was the devil. I was wrong. And me not using gel and not using it properly, or mousse. You can also use a mousse like for a wash and go. But me not using it, and I used to get a lot of also, what they call them? Single strand knots, fairy knots. I don't get as much of them anymore because I know how to properly use the gel. Unless I let my hair get to this point, but I think it's worth the sacrifice. I just like my hair big, y'all. I really do. I use protective. What kind of protective styles do you use? I would love to know. Gorilla Snot makes my hair flake, but makes my curls bomb. Try adding more water. Again, I do not encourage you to use Gorilla Snot all the time. But girl, if you're going to use it, get into the shower and let the water run. And then do the Gorilla Snot, and like water plus Gorilla Snot. I've noticed a lot of things that like usually that flake, once you just get more moisture in there, they don't be flaking. I don't know why, but the Gorilla Snot has never flaked on me because I always use it underwater. Kind of like on really, really wet hair. Yeah. Okay. I think that was clear. Since my braids look good, I haven't been using water, but oils. Ugh. When they start looking bad, I don't mind my fenugreek spritz. Okay. I use maca. Ooh, maca. Wait, it just scrolled. I use maca in my smoothies, and I just seen a video about using it in your hair, but that stuff is expensive. I could never. Yeah, I use maca in my smoothies too. Maca is supposed to like help your booty get bigger. And I really wish my butt was bigger, but it's not. And every time I tell like my mom that, she's like, but it's proportional. And I'm just like, thanks, I guess. But like, I want it to be big. But I love my booty as it is. It's fine. But if I could just take a little bit of boobies and put it into my booty, I wouldn't be mad at it. Just saying. Tutorial, please. Dang, I need to like catch up because I don't know what the tutorial, please, was for. And maca is expensive. Wow, I have a video about flaxseed. Braided Beauty, I need to go check you out. It makes curls pop though. Yeah, I love it. Please make a video on it. I will. Right, I'm about to be snowed in doing snow. Oh, snow scares me. I am an Army brat, y'all. I grew up moving all around. I lived in Colorado for a few years. I spent a lot of time in North Carolina. I've lived some time in South Carolina, in Georgia, and Alabama, multiple different times in my life. So I've lived all kind of places. I claim the South. I'm a Southern girl at heart. Okay, you may or may not be able to hear it in my accent all the time, but I am a Southern girl at heart. And sometimes that Southern accent. Let me get on the phone with somebody that's real Southern. You gonna know that I'm a Southern girl at heart, for real. And Amla. I have used Amla. I have used that in the past. I don't use it no more. I don't feel like it's necessary, but I definitely have used Amla before. And oh my gosh. And so I just found out something about henna the other day. If you're someone who has used henna, do not get your hair dyed. And apparently, if you have a really good beauty specialist, they will ask you before dyeing your hair, if you've ever hennaed your hair. I don't know the science behind it, but henna and hair dye, like when they have to lighten your hair, does not mix and it makes your hair break off. So if you ever plan on dyeing your hair, don't use no henna in it. Fun facts. I love how y'all are connecting in the comments right now. That's beautiful. I'm a recovering product junkie. Don't show me that. Sorry. Look, you don't need all the products, just a couple of products that work for you. Like, it's okay. Just focus on your products that you got. That just tickled me so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, I sell hair products on my website. Please tell me more about that product you just showed. The Dew. So this is The Dew by Poplock. Their Wash and Go collection. It's a 5-day curl forming glaze. It's got lasting hold and definition for all types and textures. And they have this section that says what it do. DOUX, like their name because they're clever like that. And it said it shines, defines, and resists humidity to keep curls popping for days. What's good? It's got honey, argan oil, keratin, amino acids, silk amino acids. Do you? So this is a one product wash and go item. Apply to clean, wet hair, rake or shingle from roots to ends, diffuse or hood dry for best results. Do not apply oil prior to use. The product said it, not me. I swear, this is literally what it says. It says, for best results, do not apply oil prior to use. That's what this product said. Just throwing that out there. Told y'all oil disintegrates the gels y'all be using. I used to do it too. We just would talk wrong. Ingredients. This does not have oil in the first 5 ingredients. Like I was telling y'all, this has water, glycerin, acrylates, cross polymer 4, AMP acrylates, copolymer, polysorbate 20. I don't know what the heck these things are. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So I'm going to have to look that up. But I know it's clean product formulation for my understanding. Oil. There's no oil until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oil's the 10th ingredient down. So that's a little bit more about this product. I'm interested to know, like, what's the consist? Oh, it's got like oh, this joint is actually like thick in here, y'all. You see that? Oh, I was not expecting that. I'm so excited to use this. Like, I'm so excited to use this. Okay, so I sell hair products on my website. Please tell me more about the product of this show. Have you tried the Dew Mousse? I haven't. I have it though. I have the mousse. I haven't tried it yet. I want to do a y'all know curl formers. I have 2 packs of those because I got a lot of hair and I haven't tried my curl formers since getting my hooded dryer. And so I want to use that mousse and do a curl former set again, that's going to be another tutorial. I've been having to make videos every day for my challenge, so I haven't done a lot of hair tutorials because they take a little bit more time to film and to edit. But like once my 30-day challenge is over and I post 3 videos a week, I'm going to do more. At least like my plan is at least 1 hair tutorial a week, and that's one that I want to do is a curl former set with that mousse by The Doux. How long ago did you big chop? I big chopped December 19th of 2012. And in a way, I've kind of big chopped multiple times before that because I've chopped off multiple feet of hair. Like I've chopped off a lot of hair. So do with that information what you please. But I've had to cut a lot of my hair off. So my hair, again, was just recently tailbone length. I cut it not too long ago. So it's about here-ish right now. And but I just saw a picture the other day and I want to grow it back. Like I want to grow my hair to where if I wear it in like a twist or braid out, that like in the actual twist or braid out, it still goes like down to my waist, like without me having to stretch it. That's what I'm going to aim for next. I want to see if it's possible. I'm really just out here like trying to see what's possible for my hair. Like that's the extent to which I care about length at this point because I just love big hair. So I'm excited to see how long I can grow it, especially with the new information that I've learned about hair care. So yes. Okay. How long ago did you do the big chop? I like pulling my twists. And watching this right now. I literally try to avoid wash day sometimes. It takes too much time. It can, but it doesn't have to. I have a video about 1 hour wash days on my thing, and really my wash day doesn't have to take long. Like how long does it take y'all to wash your hair? How long is your wash day? And I feel like for most people detangling is what takes the longest. Like how long does it take for y'all to detangle your hair? Because it used to take me just to detangle like an hour, but now it takes me 10 minutes to detangle my hair, which I honestly could have cried the first time. The first time I detangled my hair in 10 minutes, I literally could have cried real tears for real. Like my life was changed for real. Y'all have to understand, like when I went natural, I went from being in college. I went to UNC Chapel Hill. Shout out to any Tar Heels out there. Hey, if you are, a Dookie, a Blue Devil, that's cool too. We got love for y'all because y'all so close. But anyways, so I was a busy college student. And then after that, I had a very rigorous first job. And then after that, I had, my other corporate jobs that I was working at the time. And then like starting the whole business, I was just like, that's too much. I literally can't afford to spend all this time on my hair. I can't. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Okay. Woo! Jeanette, what took 2 hours? Was it your wash day or your detangling? Wash day in 2 hours is really actually not that bad, especially if you're counting like dry time or something. Because when I count my time, I don't really count dryer time because I sit under a hooded dryer so I can do other stuff. Like I count the time where I can only be washing my hair at that time and not doing anything else. Let's see what other. To detangle, okay. Ooh, Lord. 30 minutes to detangle is not, it's not bad. Especially depending on how and what's going on there. Let's see. Coconut oil doesn't have proteins. I just checked. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Fun facts. Then why? I'm actually interested to know, and that's something maybe I can do some more research and asking about. Why do so many people's hair respond negatively to coconut oil, I wonder? Y'all probably don't know what that's from, but it's from The Sound of Music, and that used to be my favorite musical. But now I have Hamilton. All these random facts that you didn't ask to know. Protective styles like braids and twists and cornrows. Yes, small booties matter. I need that on a t-shirt. I I need Small Booties Matter on a t-shirt for real. Um, girl, I only have 6 subs. I'm new to this hair stuff. That's okay. That's great. As long as you keep working, you'll have more than that. You just never know what will happen that will take you to the next level. I love this channel because she replies to my comments and answers my questions. Aww. I've discovered Black Girl Curls, so I'm trying to style with wrap foam only. Okay, it feels so strange, but my hair is definitely shedding less. Yes, mine too. I actually bought their book, Wash Your Damn Hair, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, I think their book is like $40, $50. I was like, this is the best $50 I've ever spent because I learned so much. And then I was able to connect with stylists who have gone through their styling course as well. And so I like to ask them questions, work with them. They check out my videos. And if I'm saying anything off the wall, they will definitely let me know. But thus far, apparently I've been doing good. And if I'm ever wrong about something or I feel like I'm wrong, I will definitely let it be known. I am not ashamed. People be wrong sometimes. I feel like the quicker, like if we have less fear of being corrected or of being wrong, a lot of people would probably do a lot more stuff that was impactful. But we're so afraid of failure that we just like don't do anything. And I feel like a lot of people who have been commenting really, really negatively on my profile, they're probably people who probably judge themselves really harshly. And when you judge yourself really harshly, you usually also judge someone else really harshly. And I used to judge myself so harshly. I was just like, no, it's not perfect. I'm not putting it out. I'm not doing it. And I was just frozen. I didn't do anything. I would just not act. I would not follow my dreams. I would not do things I loved. I would not talk to people. I used to be really shy, believe it or not. I didn't used to talk to someone. I didn't used to talk to people because I was scared. And so I've just made a commitment to myself. I'm not letting fear stop me anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do it in the most responsible way that I can do it. And I'm going to make sure that I continue growing, because I'm willing to bet that even with all the information that I have right now, 10 years from now, I might have some new information. When we were growing up, we were told that Pluto was a planet, and then we were told that it wasn't a planet. And then I think now it is a planet thing again. I really have no clue, but things happen. We evolve and we change, and I feel like that's okay. So, but yes, I am Black Girl Curls. They're fire flames. There's also, there's so many people. I might just do a whole video on like different people that I've discovered who do these methods, because when you go to their channels or when you go to their Instagrams, because most of them are on Instagram, and you see the way they get their clients' hair popping, like those curls. If y'all want to see some defined curls, go to those page. Like Hydra Bar on Instagram. Her clients' pages, her clients' hair, oh my gosh, just popping. Where's a pen? I'm making a video on that for y'all, because y'all got to see other people who are doing this kind of stuff and it's working for them. Make vid on stylists to follow. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video for y'all on different stylists to follow, because I think that would be very helpful. And I really am an advocate of working with your stylist, like working with a stylist. And that doesn't mean every month. It doesn't mean every quarter. I see my stylist like twice a year, and that's it. And she wants to make sure she equips me with the information and the things that I need to be able to take care of my hair at home. Like, she takes pride in my hair like it is her hair, okay? She'd be like, girl, look at that hair. I did that. Like, when I do my hair well, she is happy about that, because it is also how well I do my hair is a representation of her. The health of my hair is a representation of her. So partnering with a good stylist, it's all the rage, just saying. But I understand that there's a lot of mistrust in the natural hair community in terms of natural hair stylists, because we have been traumatized. Like, and I can acknowledge that we have been traumatized because for a long time, stylists didn't know what to do with our hair. We just got to give them some grace and learn how to advocate for ourselves so that we trust ourselves enough to choose a stylist. And we trust ourselves enough to advocate for ourselves when we're in that chair and chuck up some deuces to somebody if they're doing some bull. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see. A light spray leave-in to use under it. Yeah. I don't have a light spray in leave-in, but I do have my Giovanni's direct leave-in, and I actually really like that still. And the ingredients in it are solid. My goal is ankle length. Yes! Please track the journey. I am here for it. Okay? I want to see that wash day. Ankle length natural hair wash day. Okay? I want to see that. I don't know. I might. Oof, Lord. I'm like, how do you detangle it? Like, how do you detangle? You gotta like wrap it around something, do a pop lock in order to detangle that. Blow drying takes the longest. 4C hair is a struggle. Yes. I don't use heat. I have 12 channels. Oh wow. I'm from the J4K community and their strike team. J4K community. What's that? What's the J4K community? J4K? I'm writing that down. 12 channels. Yes, I saw the comments. They're probably not accepting their hair. Yep, that's part of it for a lot of them. Somebody tried to come for my mole. Somebody got on an anonymous account and they were like, LOL, what's that brown thing on your face? And I was like, oh my gosh, I have trolls. Thank you so much. This just made my day. Because you know you're doing something when you have trolls. Like, that is the biggest compliment. Everything is about perspective, y'all. Everything is about perspective. And so people were going ham under the comments, you know, spewing their hateful words. And I was like, all YouTube knows is that people are engaging under my video. So thank you for the engagement. I appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Anyways, y'all see a different side of me on these lives, I guess. Or maybe it's the same side. I really feel like it's not really different. I don't like nobody in my hair, so I DIY everything. I get it. And that was me for a long time. I was like, nope, ain't gonna touch my hair. But then I got to the point of I wanted to get a haircut. I wanted to get my hair shaped, and I didn't trust myself to do that. That is the one thing that I do not trust myself to do, is give myself a shape. And so that's why I finally caved in and went to a hairstylist. And that is the only reason that I finally caved in and went to a hairstylist. I'm not gonna lie to you. But all right, y'all. I literally didn't even start making this salad. I was having so much fun with y'all. I do need to eat though. I'm gonna eat, relax a little bit, work on some stuffs. Yes, we're gonna do this again sometime. I would love to do this again sometime with y'all. This was fun. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna be, of course, putting out another video tomorrow, so stay tuned. And definitely let me know the kinds of content that you want to see. I really want to do more content on like self-love as well. So let me know if that's something that y'all would be interested in seeing, content on like self-love and growth and things like that, because that's something I'm also very passionate about. And yeah, I'll check in later with y'all soon. And bye. Thanks. Love y'all. Have a great night.